What if JToH never existed? Boom boom, starting off. Sorry if I sound autistic, it's alright guys, right? As a gentle reminder to subscribe and like and watch to the end, it helps my channel out a lot, thanks a lot if you do. But let's get right into it. I do not care if you never questioned what if JToH never existed, because you will find out today. First of all, the most controversial part of this video. JToH used to be Kiddy's Towers of Hell, as everyone might know, there's a lot of videos explaining that. But if Kiddy's Towers of Hell was never made, the infamous Roblox game Tower of Hell would have never been made either. Because surprise surprise, the old Kiddy's Towers of Hell developers started Tower of Hell. So this ultimately means there will be no more Mr. Top Obbies Pinkleaf. There would never have been any of what we all know as Ring 1 of JToH or just JToH itself either. And there would have never been any Tower of Hell game and no Tower of Hell YouTubers, unless there would have been like one of those rip-off Tower games, but those also started partly because of JToH itself. So yeah, they probably would not exist. And yeah, I might see that as a good thing, but Tower of Hell is quite literally carried the entire careers of some YouTubers like Pinkleaf. So while it may be good for the brain rot of Roblox, it would not be good for a few people out there who have developed careers on Tower of Hell and stuff. There's a lot more videos on everything that Tower of Hell has caused for the birth of Roblox and what it has inspired. But that is not my topic. My topic today is about JToH itself never existing and what it would cause. And hence Tower of Hell and KToH would have never existed. Neither would have difficulty chart obbies that use the JToH kit and the JToH difficulty chart. Yep, all the fresh money that developers got from every difficulty chart with over 10 active players would have never existed if it wasn't for KToH and JToH to have been made. We can't say that they would have never existed, but it would have probably been a lot different from the average difficulty chart you see today. It would have probably been like those off-brand ones that look modern and try to scam kids for Robux and try to get people to buy coil and stuff. And once again, like Tower of Hell, many people have started developing careers with difficulty charts. So who knows, one of y'all could have a favorite Roblox game from somebody that started off with difficulty charts or something. Another huge part of JToH never existing would be the YouTubers from JToH itself, me included here, or any difficulty chart YouTuber as well. Someone like Skitsuna, my fault, me, or anyone who's gotten good views and a good fan base from JToH itself would have not made it anywhere with JToH if it was never there, obviously. Who knows what we would be doing right now on YouTube if it wasn't for JToH. Maybe Skitsuna would have posted British content, but we move on from that. And since we move on from that, has anyone told you about the lengths people go to all for a tower win? Trying to find every skip, attempting to even end themselves over a fail. Believe it or not, that has happened in this game. Wild game, am I right, y'all? But ignoring that, we would have not reached the skill cap that exists today with obbies. Like, all of you could literally still be stuck on Tower of Hell right now or something like along that difficulty, because Tower of Hell would have not existed. Because I sure would be, because I never really cared about obbies till JToH, but still that doesn't really matter. While tiered obbies do exist, and would still exist probably, who knows, JToH has once again hit a huge part in the rise of tiered obbies as well. As many people use JToH to improve for tiered obbies, and any tower is made for JToH as well, even if it's not in JToH itself, because that's right. There's over like 5,000 towers in total ever built for this game. Even 10,000, we do not know for sure. And that is like loads of towers to play and possibly improve from. And then move on to tiered obbies, because there's a tiered obby community that's like really good at the game that doesn't really play JToH. But an example is something such as using the top towers list to improve yourself. Best way to improve in my opinion is to progress on that list, but obviously, it would have never existed without JToH. So what would the obby skill cap even be? We will never have a clear answer because obviously JToH and stuff exists now, but it could possibly be like tier 15 and tiered obbies or like Flood Escape 2. Stupidly hard maps, because those are the famous trend of the past as well. However, none of them are really difficult. The only difficult part about most Flood Escape 2 maps is the learning process. That's the hardest part of every Flood Escape 2 styled obby. So with all of that said, the skill cap in my opinion would be around tier 15 in terms of tiered obbies. Who knows if higher or less, possibly even less. So again, we would probably still be stuck with Flood Escape 2 on our hands, or off-brand difficulty child, so easier tiered obbies as the skill cap for anyone. And moving on from the skill cap, you know what else would have never existed if JToH and JToH never existed? That's right, the community of JToH. An extra minus 1,000 transgender kids, and CBE Simon the Doxer would have never existed. And the JToH relationships. Just kidding, no offense to anyone. However, being any form of LGBTQ is something that should be from your own self, not because others are. So don't act like it unless you really do have gender dysphoria. Don't be stupid, basically. Because there's a lot of JToH activity where people act LGBTQ and stuff because of others, I've realized. Even though they don't really have gender dysphoria, I don't know, it's weird. I'm not part of it. Don't mean to offend anyone. But this video is not about LGBTQ and JToH community. Sorry I went on a rant there. But basically, many of you would have played much different games or hanged out in other communities that is not JToH. We all mostly would not be interested in obbies and instead be interested in different games or different communities like rhythm games or Geometry Dash, for example. I probably would be stuck with Geometry Dash if it wasn't for JToH in the past. And many of you would have never met your current friends or people you talk to. It would have been many different people, who knows who. And with all that said, JToH and JToH have played a much bigger role on Roblox than they seem to have. It may be a small community, but it has had its own massive role for other games and other developers and YouTubers and many other people. JToH never existing would change a lot more than first seems to come at mind for most people. And there's a lot more things about JToH and what it has done that I have not talked about in this video alone. You can go and search for those answers if you really want to and figure it out yourself. And if this video has taught you that JToH has a massive role on Roblox in its own way, subscribe and like, and thanks for the watch time, y'all. I appreciate y'all again. But yeah, thanks for watching everyone. The answer of this video was quite simple, but still a unique topic to really go in depth about, like, what if JToH was never there, you know? It really did play a big role on Roblox, and more people should realize that rather than just talk shit about the community. Yeah, it may be a shit community, but still, JToH itself as a game alone has had a huge role on Roblox, not gonna lie.